What a start to this game this has been, and what a start it is for that man on the left. He's open to get a few more.
Oh, yeah!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of Borderline Glory here with AC Milan. In today's episode, two games coming up against Real Betis for a place in the Europa League final. We've been doing really well to get to this point, but we are not there just yet in trying to win this Europa League. It's going to be a tough game today, but maybe not as tough as what we had last time out. It took a lot for us to get to the semi-final stage. We obviously had that first game at home to Galatasaray. We did lose it with a late winner for the opposition. We went and scored a goal, but we actually conceded one, so it went to 3-1 ahead in aggregate for Galatasaray, but then we pulled it back and managed to get the winner through Francesco Camara. Since then, we've had 3 games, a loss to Roma, which was quite damaging in our title efforts. We do only have 4 league games left, one of those coming up in the gap. We did have a 4-0 win against Cremonese, as you can see there, but we are still 7 points behind Inter Milan, so unless something crazy happens and they have an absolutely catastrophic collapse, it doesn't look likely that we will go on to win this league and complete a treble. But another double, which could be done by next episode, would always be nice. It looks like our tally is going to be quite a high one. 74 after 34 is, there was 79 here for Juventus, but I think we'll go and beat that. There's not been a second place finish as good as this in quite some time by the looks of it. Maybe here was the closest to that, but we've not done too bad at all, and yeah, we can be happy with the way we've played for the most part of this season. But we are not done just yet. The focus is on this game coming up today, or the 2 games coming up today, I should say. I want to know how they are doing in the Champions League. They got knocked out to Liverpool because we do play them, Inter Milan that is, in the Italian Cup final, as you can see there, and it looks like if we beat them, we will go and do, should we win our European competition, better than they have. They could get the league title, but if we get the Italian Cup and the Europa League, then that's a double, and that's better than what Inter Milan could potentially go on to do in this season should we win that one. Who knows? But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I thought they might do the treble, but it doesn't look like it. But if they were going on to the treble, then if we were not allowed to do it, then they can't do it either, because we are not going to let them have nice things if we cannot have them. But we have a very interesting game coming up first before all that league action. It's against Real Betis, and it's for a place in the Europa League final. The first one, we go away, the first of 2 against Real Betis. So the team for this game against Real Betis, just one change from our usual strongest team. It starts with Pisati in goal, backline of Barnett, Capitano in place of Di Antonio. We've got Sulambirchan and Molina, Engin Abdul, Cataneo, Fernandez in the middle. We've got Tolga on the left, Saddam on the right, Kamada up top. Kick off here in this game against Real Betis is going to be an interesting one. They'll know in this away leg they're going to have to put on a real good display, get those goals, because once it returns to the San Siro, it's going to be game over for these lot. We have got to have that confidence going into the next round, into that final, because we're down to it now. We're down to the last 4 teams, and we've got to go out there, put on our best display. On April Fool's Day, this video is being recorded. That's got to be a bit of an April Fool after I've just said that. What I said wasn't an April Fool, but we have made a little fool of ourselves, conceding a goal like that nice and early. A little bit frustrating, but what can you do? The ball works itself down this right hand side now for Real Betis. I think we've just got the composure, the bottle, and just the history to go and beat this Real Betis team. They will be kind of wary of that, and I think we definitely have it in us to go and get the victory we are seeking. Here is Saddam on this right side. Can he go and get the equaliser? It's in there for Tolga. What a header that is. He goes and scores to make it 1-1 just before 6 minutes. What a start to this game this has been, and what a start it is for that man on the left. He's open to get a few more in this tie and in the final as well. We have a maximum of 8 games remaining. Tolga looks like he's going to cross 30 goals and assists, which is great for him in a season. 8 maximum games, minimum 7, and that will get us to have a look at how Francesco Camara is doing. He is up to 34 goals. That's 51 in total across all competitions. There's another ball here, lovely goal line clearance, but the other shot goes in, and a minute after we score ours, I think it's bang on a minute to the second, Real Betis go and get another one. I don't know what's going on here, but I think we'll just let it happen, because I think these two teams are probably just a bit chaotic, a bit all over the place, a bit nervous as well, and that's what's causing all these goals to fly in at the start of the game. Kamada 51 goals. He'd have to score 18 more to go and break the record of Julio Napa that we set last season. But what a blessing with these Italian strikers over the last 3 seasons. It's been absolutely crazy how it's been going for us. And yeah, I think they could have done with a few of these yesterday at the time of recording, when they went out to Bosnia on those penalties and did not qualify for a 3rd straight World Cup. How unfortunate is that for them? Not really. I think they got a bit too arrogant once again, a bit too cocky, and ultimately led to them not qualifying for the World Cup. You just knew it was going to happen. As soon as we'd seen that they was going to penalties, you just put it on straight away, didn't you? You put it on to have a look what was going on, and of course they were going to lose on those penalties. After 20 minutes here though, hopefully this time doesn't go to penalties. That would not be ideal for any of these two teams involved. Not saying that we wouldn't win, but we just don't want it to go there. We want to go and show that we have the attacking quality and the ability to go and get the result in normal time. So let's go and do that. Here's Matheus Fernandes, hopefully going to restart our bid to get the equaliser here. Francesco Kamada on the ball. He goes into the midfield where Abdelengen is standing over this one. It forwards out wide. Molina, can he play it down the line? He does. He finds Sadam Tolga at the back post once again. Where will it go? It finds Matheus Fernandes. Lovely ball. It's Tolga again. And he's so unlucky to not get a second header goal there after 20 minutes. What a start to this game. A real good tie. Chelsea 1-0 up in their game against Hoffenheim, away from home as well, so that's really important for them. Chelsea, the only team apart from Galatasaray to beat us, and we have obviously knocked them out of the competition, so it would be nice and poetic. I feel like this happened with Atletico Madrid though, when we were with Saint Etienne, that when it came to the Conference League, we nearly had them in the Champions League final as well the season after, when Barcelona demolished them 6-0 or 6-1 in the second leg. We were that close to a repeat, which would have been absolutely crazy, probably the first time that's ever happened, but unfortunately it didn't. Here's Francesco Kamada. What a turn that is from him. And it's a lovely effort as well, and a great save to deny him of his 52nd goal of this season. But yeah, as we were saying, he felt like at the start of the season, when you'd seen Chelsea, a real big reputation team like that, a team who just shouldn't be in this Europa League. They're a Champions League team, definitely, and they're 1 below where they should be. Atletico Madrid 2 below, arguably, maybe 1 in some regards. Yeah, definitely 2, even though they've never won it. Just out of place. Who's that? It's Kamada who scored. Kamada has scored. He's offside. I think if Catanillo had taken it, this goal would still stay onside. I don't know what the decision is going to be. Let's have a look. The decision is goal given. It is given. It's not an offside, and we are back to 2-2 here after 34 minutes. Chelsea could be away in this final. It could be very interesting, but Hoffenheim do go and tie up. Hoffenheim had a very good result against it was Eintracht Frankfurt, and I believe Hoffenheim actually were in our division when we were with 1860 Munich, the first club we ever went to. And we did get promoted with them, so it's nice to see that they're doing all right for themselves. I don't know if that did happen, but I'd like to think it did, so we can have a nice progression, see what's going on with them. After 45 minutes here, we're into 2 minutes of added time. Let's go and have a look what's going to happen. It's working its way down this left hand side. The ball will be squared, and it is a goal for Real Betis. That is frustrating, really. We've got to be defending a little bit better, but what a first half it's been for the neutral. An absolutely incredible first half. But for us, a few things to iron out, a few things to work on. It's not the worst start to kind of proceedings, but I guess we just have to go and get on with it as we go underway here in this second half. It's been an interesting first one, but ultimately we want to come away with the win. I don't see why we can't. Obviously we have a few tired boys. This league is so physical in Serie A. The time between games is so minimal, especially when we're doing so well in all competitions like we have. I think it's definitely something to consider if you're ever wanting to come and manage here. The first time I've ever managed here, but if we can make a few changes, I'm sure it'll inject a bit of life into this team and ultimately get us going for a bit of comeback. Here's Catanillo, he's picked up the ball. What a run it is, what a goal it is from Catanillo to make it 3-3 here against Real Betis. That is an incredible goal. Take a look at this again one more time. He's racking up the goals now in the Europa League. It's a tackle there. He's cut the passing chain and he's gone, just ran around all these defenders, and you won't see a finish better than that, to be honest. He's just picked out his spot, disposed of it past the keeper, And the score now, 3-3. Do you know what? We've not had a boring game all Europa League. It's not been kind of the most dominant performances. I feel like the second legs have been a bit better, but we have had some amazing games. This is going to be the second time where we've had a minimum 6 goals in the first leg. How ridiculous is that? Tolga finds Cataneo, finds Betis, Fernandez with the shot. What a shot it is. What a save it is as well. No vision for the goalkeeper, but he's found some in the end to go and deny Fernandez of a goal in this game here. What a game it has been at that. And to be honest, if we come away with a draw in the away leg, we want to be a team who's winning every game, especially if we want to consider ourselves the future champions. But if this is the type of game we're going to be putting in as well, we can't complain. We've had 5 goals in the first half, a goal straight after half time. What a goal it was as well. You cannot complain really about that. We're going to make some changes here. I'm going to bring Cataneo off. Even after that, we'll bring Teixeira into the mix there. I'm going to make that change that we typically do. Molina over Goglichidze in there. I won't bring D'Antonio on. Doesn't seem the most sensible decision. And then I am going to bring off... do I do it? No, I'm not going to do it actually. We'll wait a second on the attackers because they are having quite a good game. And I did want to bring Mingas on, but I might bring him on. I was thinking at first for Saddam, then for Kamada. It's a tough one really because we do still need a goal here, and I guess there's the kind of the sharpness and I guess the ability, you could say. No disrespect to Mingas, but if you could rely on a goal from someone, it probably is Kamada. He's already got one in this game and he'll be fired up to go and get another with the position we find ourselves in. I don't know how Real Betis have managed to generate so much XG. It's probably because their chances have all been so close to the goal, especially that third goal that they found, whereas Cataneo and some of these other goals that we've had, Kamada, Cataneo did get the assist for that one, but it was a bit of a mess in the back there for Real Betis, a mess between our two players as well. Probably why the XG is a bit lower. I'm going to make the change here. I'm going to bring Kamada off, straight swap for Mingas there. Do we have anyone for Saddam Duranville who we could bring on? Do you know what? I'm going to go for it because we do still have Tolga, who's had a very good game, obviously returning now from injury and putting on some good form. We're into the final moments here. 4 minutes of added time and the full time whistle is going to go, and it's a great first leg and all to play for at the San Siro. And the team for this second leg against Real Betis, we've had our victim, a player who won't make it to the final should we get there for the rest of the season now. Barnett, he's been struck with an injury in the last game. We even rotated some of those boys, but unfortunately won't make it. But I don't think we're too screwed. This team starts with Passati in goal, backline, and Molina, D'Antonio, Sulemberchan, Goglichidze. We've got Engin Abdil, Cataneo and Fernandez in the middle, Tolga on the left, Saddam on the right and Kamada up top. Kick off here in this second leg against Real Betis. Obviously very disappointing to lose Barnett. This Goglichidze Molina kind of fullback workaround I think is going to be alright, but it's definitely frustrating, especially with all the momentum this team had together. To kind of lose that a little bit is frustrating. We did have a 1-0 win to Venezia in the gap, and I actually don't know what went on in the rest of Inter Milan's game. In the Chelsea-Hoffenheim game, that is all tied up. After the first leg, it is 1-1, so it'll be interesting to see how that one goes. Abdul Engin's in behind it. He's on a lovely run, but that is a horrible finish in the end. Let's go and have a look. How is the best way to go and navigate this? Because it's always a bit weird. I think we're getting somewhere here. Let's go and have a look and find Inter Milan. Did they lose their last game? Doesn't look like they did. What can you do really? They have some interesting ones coming up though. They play against Atalanta, Fiorentina and Parma in the league. How do we go back here that we've just been on here? Let's go and have a look. How would we go back? I'm a little bit stuck here. Can we go back please? There we go. After 25 minutes the score all tied up, but Chelsea have taken a lead in their game, which is interesting to see. Hoffenheim definitely in that one though. They're firing in all the goals in that one, kind of like ours in the first leg. There's only ending 1-1 and ours here. A pretty quiet start, but I think we'll go into this one and ultimately come away with the win at the San Siro. That is what we're looking for, and it could get underway here. Here's Saddam, lovely ball into the middle. Kamada is there. It's as simple as that. It's 1-0 in this game, 4-3 on aggregate, and you just knew it was going to happen. 17 goals in the Europa League. If he gets to like 20, I think that might be more than what Julio Napa put up in the Champions League last year. Not saying that's like as impressive as that, because I mean it is in the Champions League for Napa, but still very impressive numbers and definitely a record. The record in the league actually is 37 if I'm not mistaken, and Kamada is up now to 34 with 4 games remaining. He just needs a goal in every game. to go and break that record, which would be quite impressive. Here's Tolgarisic, it's into Cataneo on this right hand side, left hand side I should say. Fernandez with the shot, it's hit the post. Can anyone get a touch on that? We're not able to. Inside post and out for Fernandez there, the chance to go and send us 2-0 up and surely send us within touching distance of the Europa League final. Not to be just yet, we will have to be a little bit more patient to get to that final, and it might even be an equaliser here just before half time for Real Betis. The header goes in and it's a great save by the looks of it from Passati, or maybe not, it goes straight out wide of the goal from that header, and the half-time whistle will go. It is AC Milan and Chelsea who lead their games after 75% of all the action. It may go to extra time, but not accounting that, then we are 75% through our Europa League semi-final. Here we go for the final part of it. We've had a very good game so far. One more goal is surely 1.5 foot in the final, I guess you could say. Here's Cataneo, finds Molina on this left hand side. I wouldn't say Barnett then, but it's not. It's Fernandez on the edge of the area. It's Cataneo. It's a poor ball. It's going to go straight over the top. 2-on-1, 3-on-2 now it's progressing into. We've just got to be careful of that square ball. Maybe even the player running all the way himself. It was a great run and a great shot in the end, but Passati coming up with another save to deny the Real Betis player of that goal. We've been a real good, I think we played some good football there. I feel like in the Galatasaray game we were a little bit complacent, but in this one I think it's just been a really it's been a quite evenly matched game, but we've taken the edge, we've taken our chances, and I think we've just played some really crisp football, and now we are one goal away from surely guaranteeing our place in that final. That could be the goal. Cataneo looking for another one. He's got 4 goals in this competition for a midfielder, not bad at all. 22 goals and assists in this whole season. He is this whole team, to be fair, have put on a very good display of football in terms of stats. They are quite experienced, I think, is the difference maker. I mean, we had a very experienced squad by the time we won the Champions League with Saint Etienne, but the squad is already naturally a bit more, we've stepped into a role where they've got that natural experienced squad, and I think that's a really good thing, to be honest, to have behind us. And it makes the job just that little bit easier, knowing that some of these boys have had experiences. Probably one trophy is better than the Europa League, but there isn't many better than that, and I'm sure they'll be looking, some of these boys, to win it as a first time European trophy. Here is Saddam on this right hand side. What can he go and do with this one? He's not able to do anything. It's 65 minutes gone, the score 4-3 on aggregate. What's going to happen with this one? It's going to progress into the middle, potentially out to this left hand side. Cataneo trying to receive that ball, he's not able to in the end. What are we going to do with this one? Are we going to win it back nice and high before I go and make these changes, or will Real Betis go and get an equaliser? And this would be quite problematic if they do. They are in behind, they do score, it's surely offside. I mean, if it isn't, that is going to be an absolute joke. It looks well offside. The run was way too early. Let's have a look. The goal is disallowed, luckily for all those Real Betis fans. We've given them quite the allocation, it must be said. That stand will definitely go quite high up. What's to say, it does go all the way to the second tier as well. That's crazy, how much they get up there, but why not? They filled it out, so I guess we can't complain. It makes for a very interesting kind of atmosphere. I am going to bring Abdelengen on. We are trying to, or Abdelengen off I should say, because we are trying to, I guess, secure this result. Bring Teixeira into the middle there. Then outside of that, what do I go and do? Potentially one attacking change. I am going to bring Duranville on for Tolgarisic on that left hand side in this semi-final. These boys, first times for a few of them in the semi-final of such competition, and what a performance it's been for some of them. Saddam with the shot. It's an interesting one. Those efforts from there, you've really got to lace it. You cannot be finessing it from there, because it just curls all the way out. I think they didn't look like it got a touch in the end even from the keeper. It would not have troubled him at all, and it's got to be a little bit better from a position like that. Here is Saddam on this right hand side once again. He's had a great game. He finds Kamada. Can he get the shot away near post? Cheeky little effort, and it looked like it was about to creep in if the Real Betis keeper had not got down as quick as he did. The score is still 1-0 here at the San Siro. It looks like we're going to score more goals away from home than at the San Siro, but we can't complain. It's Francesco Kamada who got the single goal. We've had quite a few 1-1 draws this season, and quite a few 1-0 wins, a few 3-3 draws as well, particularly in first legs of Europa League games, but we can't complain if it's working. I am going to make some final changes here. We'll bring D'Antonio off, bring Capitanio in there, and then I am going to bring Kamada off it might be risky should Real Betis go and get an equaliser, but we'll bring Mingas on. Mingas still very capable. We're into 4 minutes of added time. The final few moments, is there going to be one final chance for one of these teams? It could be either Real Betis who get it, score, and we go to extra time, or we get a late consolation goal. Duranville with a very ambitious ball there, trying to find Mingas over the top, absolutely towering over some of these boys, and it looks like it will be in the possession of Real Betis. The ball working its way out that right side over the top. The shot goes in, and that is a goal. We've just got to hope that it is offside. I do think there's a chance it could be onside, but I think it might have been timed a little bit too early. Is it going to stand? It's not going to stand. The number 10 for Real Betis has run off twice now to those fans behind the goal, and he's been denied both times, so that's quite heartbreaking for him. But that will be that surely. We're into the final few moments, and the full-time whistles go, and in the next episode we will be playing, I think it will be an Italian Cup final, and most definitely it will be the Europa League final, and it will be against Chelsea. So there you have it, a Europa League final coming up against Chelsea, not only before the Italian Cup final against Inter Milan. The chance to go and complete an historic double here with AC Milan. If you did enjoy this one though, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Make sure to go and join the Discord down below. I'll leave you all with this out tune. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all for the Europa League final in tomorrow's episode. Thank you, bye bye.